Now, we've all had corn chowder before. Some of it's been good, some of it's been great. But this corn chowder might be the best I've ever had.
This is gonna be delicious.
Now, before we taste this, I gotta show you how to make it. Number 1, and most obviously, corn. Fresh corn makes a big difference, but frozen will get the job done. 2, the veggies. We got some potatoes, some carrots, and some celery. 3, flavor. We're gonna be adding onion and garlic and fresh thyme and bay leaf, little smoked paprika, drizzle of honey, and of course, homemade chicken stock. We're also gonna be topping it with some smoky bacon and fresh parsley and spring onion. And then we got this guy. Starts with a P. If you can guess it, put a comment below, but please don't skip ahead to find out. That's kind of cheating. Now, I'll put all these ingredients in the description below. But for now, we gotta get to chopping, otherwise we're gonna be here forever. So, grab that corn, cut it off of the cob, and stick it into a bowl. Then slice and dice your celery and stick that into a bowl. Then peel and dice up your carrots and stick that into a bowl. I think you get the idea. Do the same thing with your potatoes, dicing them into small bite-sized pieces. Dice up your onion, and last but not least, crush your garlic. Now that we're prepped, let's make the soup. Get a pot on the stove, put about a tablespoon of butter in there, and once that's melted, stick those onions in, the garlic, the carrots, and the celery. And then let that all saute for about 5 minutes. At which point you'll add your potatoes and some seasoning. A teaspoon of sea salt, some cracked black pepper, and some smoked paprika, about a teaspoon. Then add just a drizzle of honey. Stir for about 2 to 3 minutes, and then add your corn in. And now saute it all for about 3 to 5 minutes. At which point you'll pour in a quart of chicken stock and a half cup of cream. Give it a quick stir and then add in your thyme and your bay leaf. Make sure that they are submerged so that they can infuse the soup with their flavor. And once it comes to a simmer, put the lid on, turn down the heat just a little bit, and let it cook for 10 minutes. Then it's time to put in our secret ingredient. Maybe you've guessed it by now, Parmesan rind. You know, that part of the cheese that's hard and dry from aging that sometimes we'll just throw away. Yeah, that thing is packed full of flavor. So we're just gonna stick that right in there and let that soup absorb all the flavor. And this is optional. If you don't have Parmesan rind, totally fine. Either way, put the lid back on and let it cook for another 10 minutes. Now use this time to get your toppings going. I'm gonna dice up about 6 slices of smoked bacon, get a pan on the heat and start those sauteing. Just toss it around until those bits get nice and crispy, and then pull it off of the heat and place it onto some paper towels. Oh, and make sure you save that bacon fat for a rainy day. Now grab your parsley and your green onions and quickly dice those up and set those aside along with your bacon. Alright, back on our soup now. We're going to cut the heat off, remove the lid. Now the first thing we need to do is fish out all of our flavor items. So we're going to extract that Parmesan rind, take out the thyme stems as well as the bay leaves. And now this next step is optional, but it's how we thicken the soup. So get a bowl and remove about 3 ladles full of the soup, mostly the vegetables. And then for this step, you can use a blender or like a stick blender like I'm using here, and then just pulse it up for about a minute or so, and all the starch from the potatoes and the corn will help to thicken that soup right up. Then pour your vegetables back in, give it a stir, and that is some serious corn chowder. Let's get a little closer look. Serve this up now. My kids love this soup. It's chunky and creamy goodness with hints of sweet and smoky, and then the nutty umami flavor from the Parmesan rind. And of course, the smoky bacon, the fresh herbs on top. This really is a treat that everyone will enjoy. But don't just take my word for it.
Stir them up.
All right, let's give it a try, guys.
Yeah. This is gonna be delicious. Oh my
It's
goodness.
pretty good. All right, some good corn chowder.
Yeah.
Mmm.
Like and subscribe to all of our videos.
We'll see you guys next time.
Bye. Goodbye.